Hey you guys, it's Samantha and Justin from Faith in the Fallen, and we are here with another original song. This one's for another YouTuber called Everything Spicy. Link will be in the description below. Here we go. I know a man, his name is Phil. He keeps it spicy, he keeps it real. I met him on YouTube Live, I turn it on just after 5, keeping it spicy, hanging with Phil, keeping it spicy. Ain't that the deal? You're sure to have a grand old time when everything spicy comes online. He likes the Reapers, or so it seems. I heard he is an ex-Marine. If you like peppers and hanging with friends, well, everything spicy will be on again. Keeping it spicy, hanging with Phil, yeah, keeping it spicy. Ain't that the deal? You're sure to have a grand old time when everything spicy comes online. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Keeping it spicy, hanging with Phil, yeah, keeping it spicy. Ain't that the deal? You're sure to have a grand old time when everything spicy comes online.
Hey everyone, I'm Phil and this is Everything Spicy. How are we doing this evening? You know, I have had this song for months and months, and I know you guys have heard it on my stream. You've heard Sam sing it, and I haven't used it. And you know what? I thought tonight would be a good beginning, trying something new, doing things differently, and using that as my intro. So for now on out, guys, as long as I can remember, that will be my intro. I want to say hi to a bunch of people, but before I say hi to a bunch of people, I want to bring up my best friend, my best friend, Crazy Ann. What's up, Crazy Ann? How are you doing?
Hey, Phil. I love the song.
Yeah, right? Let me think.
Yourself, especially with you today.
What did it start off like?
Well, we heard some sound, like clicking sound, a little bad feedback. Not feedback, but yeah, some, yeah.
So I have to mute myself is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Let me start by saying hi to some people that came in here. So we got Donald Morris in here, Kimberly Ferris, Pitbull. Let me go through the list. The Hunt for Heat is here. Kimberly Ferris, I said that. Donald Morris, McCoy's Oak Hill Farm. How you doing? Good to see you in here. Metal Music Maniac, Harry's in here. Eric Pollock's in here. Thank you, Eric, for the comment. Houston Outdoors. What's up? Gibbler's in the house. What's up, Gibbler? The king of spicy. Your Highness is in here. How you doing? Good to see you in here. Kayla Ferris is in here. How you doing, Kayla? Good to see you in here. So we've said hi to everybody. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. If I missed somebody, just say something in the chat. I'll say hi. So yeah, we're doing things a little differently tonight. I thought I'd start the night off instead of doing things all by myself. See, I like to do things by myself. See, I'm a real control freak. So I thought, maybe tonight I do things a little differently, and I start off being such a control freak for the first 15, 20, 25 minutes, and I do something a little different. So I want to thank Crazy Ann for just coming up here and hanging out with me. She's usually down in the basement anyways, waiting for me to go ahead and click on her and bring her up here. So I thought, you know what, tonight we would try things a little differently. There's my buddy Killdeer Survival. How you doing, Killdeer? Of course we miss you, Steve.
No.
Always miss you, brother.
No. Just be sure that your teeth is inside and not outside. Yeah.
Yeah, no outside teeth, only inside teeth. Only inside teeth, not any outside teeth. Oh, inside teeth. What's up, man? How you doing? Mute me. Mute YouTube.
Mute YouTube.
You got it?
Thanks for letting you up so early. I know you
really?
like.
Never mind. Anyways, now that I got Steve up here, I'll put him down in the basement.
You're such a bad boy. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
Hello, everybody.
Why try to be nice with you? Why do I do that? I don't know.
How you doing, Pollock? So what did everybody think of the thumbnail coming in? Not the music coming in, but the thumbnail. The fact that I took the Chick-fil-A cows and said, eat more chicken, and it said eat more peppers. Is that kind of? That was cool. Was it okay? Was it cool? Was it? I want people in the chat. I want you people in the chat. I definitely want your opinion. Ann thought I came up with it all on my own. She's never heard of it.
I didn't know.
She's like, "Oh, very cool. What's up with the cows?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, I kind of what? The eat more pecker? What?
What? Well, we can eat peckers.
Really hunt for heat. Wow. Really? Wow. She's getting into the swing of things pretty early.
That must be Cindy.
Wow. Woo. If tonight is starting off like this, we are in for trouble.
No.
Not as much as my stream, I think, but yeah. That's going like over there. Yeah. My stream is no limit, you know. Almost.
Oh, so how's everyone doing? Everybody having? Hey, by the way, if you're just getting here or if you've just been in here, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Right. Analytics, algorithms, all those good things. Share us out. LOL. Day of
what?
Quarantine. I am out in the field chewing on the neighbor's cows.
What the hell? Is that comfort? No, it's not bothering.
Cindy, have you been drinking?
I was thinking of the little evil one. Is she starting to eat cows?
Maybe it's evil. Maybe that's not Chili Bean.
No, it's not Demon Baby. No, baby. Demon
Chili Baby.
Oh, an arrow rifle. Not yet. She says not yet. Oh my goodness.
Sounds like it, Cindy.
She's getting all crazy and stuff on his first thing. Wow.
Yeah. Joey!
Hey, Joey.
Hey,
See, I didn't have to bring her up. It came burp.
That bow and arrow, rifle, spear, slingshot, and all. That's just hello.
Well, if his
Killdeer
Majesty likes it and thought it was funny, then it's got to be funny, right?
It was funny, but it was
my thumbnail.
Weird. Oh, yeah, that was funny too.
It's Cindy. I need some wine. Oh,
I think the bottle is empty already.
How much wine do you need, Cindy?
Yeah, there's no wine on this channel. We don't want no whiners.
Oh my gosh. Hey,
what's up, Night Train FPV? I'm safe. All my drones have been cleared of corona. They're all safe to fly. Full send. There you go.
All right.
Chewy's in the house.
Who? Joey.
Night Train FPV. Well, let's get you. Let's make you blue. Chewy LTD. Something about everything spicy on a pizza right now sounds good.
It sounds better
Yeah, it
with a
does.
chili instead of chili. Chili. Yeah.
We could always put something spicy on pizza, right?
Oh yeah.
Where's the pizza? Where's the pizza?
Pizza. I've got no pizza. No pizza
No?
for you. No
Why?
pizza for you.
Where's that?
Because
Oh.
I'm big enough?
I gotta look.
We
Be
start
right
right
back.
out the gate. Should we start right out the gate? What do you-
Yeah, why not?
Let's get the fire started.
I've been into those pepper hard candy and pepper hot sauce making and bourbon ball from hell.
Alright,
Oh,
I'll be
it
right
must
back.
be bourbon.
Little dog wants out.
Getting crazy.
Got
So
those old dry ones up really good. Is it getting crazy in southern Michigan yet spicy? Well,
don't be concerned here.
people are acting nutty, man. Things are slowing down at work. They got all the restaurants and bars where you can only get carry out only.
Are you
So,
Levi?
That's going to change, though.
He changed his name.
He did. Is that Levi B?
Must
It's
be.
got to be because I've never modded anyone called the Eye of Levi.
It's same picture, so
Is it?
yeah.
Is it?
Know. Yeah, it is. I of Levi is Levi. Yeah. It's the same.
What's up, Levi?
Houston Outdoors. Howdy.
Houston Outdoors is like, ah.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have peppers. I don't need
Just gotta wake up the senses. It's me, friends. Change my name. I'm legit. LOL. Oh, the eye is watering already. Yeah, what the hell are you gonna do with all those pepper plants now? See, I did 45 pepper plants last year, and holy mackerel, when I had those things inside before I could get them outside, that was so much work watering those things once a week. Wow, you got your work cut out for you, girl, for sure. So, especially if each and every one of those things germinates. Now, you realize you got to take those from as soon as they get probably about 6 inches tall. Just transplant them either into a 3-gallon or a 5-gallon bucket and done. You're not going to keep going bigger and bigger buckets. You're just going to the sooner you get it into something bigger, the quicker it's going to take off. So just so you know, one thing I found out, I watched other people last year, which was my first year. I watched other people keep their stuff in small cups and small planters way, way, way too long, and their stuff didn't grow quite as quickly as mine did. So
they get root bound.
And some peppers will take longer, especially Carolina Reapers. Carolina Reapers take longer than other peppers to start germinating. So they're also the last ones to produce peppers too, but they're one of the last ones to still be producing peppers at the end. So
how is the peppers now?
Oh, I got like 4 or 5 plants back there that's growing these. I think the rest of them are going to be shot. So I got to work a little bit tomorrow on getting some solo cups, getting some of the seeds that I've got, and planting some more. So I think it's good. I think we're going to have a lot more Carolina Reapers this year. I got all these seeds in the bottom of this, which all can be Carolina Reapers. So my mouth is on fire. Ooh, don't do that. That hurts.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. That hurts.
I hope you have something in your stomach.
Yep, I ate before I came on here. I ain't nobody's dummy.
Oh yeah, you are.
Everybody's crazy and reminding everybody. Hit the thumbs up. Share out the stream. It is Tuesday night. You know what Tuesday night is for me? Tuesday night is my Friday night because I ain't got to work tomorrow. So we'll go as long as you crazy people want to keep me around. Oh, yeah. Old septic tanks. Wow. That would make for some shitty peppers, though. Ooh, more so for fruiting plants. Ooh. Ooh, my goodness. I'm out. Need lots of fresh newts or they bind on certain newts. Yeah, I was using some nutrients and whatnot, some different things. Last year I was getting fancy. I was getting nice dirt from the store. You should start off with some nice dirt and some, but I don't think I needed to. I had someone that was a legal marijuana grower helping me last year, and it got pretty expensive doing things his way. So I think this year I'm gonna do things kind of like halfway in between. So I'm not gonna invest as much money into it this year. Matter of fact, I'm gonna invest a little into it, but I gotta make my own peppers. It's just something I gotta do. Can everybody hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, I just gotta grow my own peppers. Even though I got 4 plants going right now that are doing pretty good, but mouth is a little warm right now.
Sorry, I was staring
Lots
out your
of
face.
fresh newts. Best way is lots of grow area for the roots. Exactly. That's why you want to get them. That's what I was told. Get them into a bigger container as soon as you can. And every time you move them to a container, there's a little bit. They say there's a little bit of shock to the plant. That's the biggest reason why you only want to do it for one time. Take them from something small, put them in something big, and be done. I was thinking I was going to go from. What's up, Sherry McMillan? How you doing? I was thinking I was going to go from a small thing to a medium, then to a little bit bigger. And my person told me, nope, one time. So not for us. We had 3 pucker butt sea reapers up, I think 4 reapers over already. Also have Dragon's Breath, White Ghost, pucker butt, Apocalypse Yellow. Man, oh man. Wow. You're going to burn that little girl. You're going to ruin Mike. That's what you're going to do. You're going to ruin poor Mike.
Well, we try our best to ruin the band.
and poor Chili Bean, she'll try pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, he throw up every time, so yeah, they're doing a good job.
Ever hear put wooden matches around pepper plants? No, I've never heard that.
AWH Outdoors.
What's up, WH? How you doing, man? Hanging in there. Service is tomorrow for your dad. I know, sweetheart. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear about your dad. That really, that sucks. So,
yeah, I know how that feels.
Yep, I'm lucky enough still to have both my parents. I'll take medium size with good flavor over large with no flavor any day. Well, no.
Oh yeah.
Well, these peppers have got some flavor, that's for sure. Hey, if anyone needs some peppers, hopefully we will go. Be good to go. Yeah, I last year I passed out some peppers. I got some people in the community. I sent some out to Premier Hell and some other channels. I sent some to Crystal. I sent some to Sty. I sent stuff all over the place, man. So, whatever you plant seeds of any kind, you want to wear gloves when you're planting them because the oils in your hand can alter the seed to where it don't grow.
Right.
And I didn't use gloves last year, and every seed I had grew. But if that's good advice, then take that good advice. So.
Well, that'd be good advice for like tomato plants, real tender plants when you're planting them.
Oh, I got you.
And plus, when I worked at the nursery, I had to wash my hands every time I went out to have a cigarette because of the nicotine on my fingers.
Gotcha. The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. Get them peppers started now, Phil. I know, right? I was looking at my pepper plants out there now, and I started my pepper plants in late February, beginning of March, a year ago. So this is about the time frame that I started a year ago with them as seedlings. Now I got 4 or 5 plants right now that are already going, but I'm starting the rest of them from scratch. So, and plus we're planning to make some hot sauces. Yeah, you are already doing some hot stuff. So I can make it a straight spicy stream. Yep. Well, all of our thoughts and prayers are with you, Sherry.
Yes, I just went through that in July, past July.
It's not easy losing a family member. I know. I mean, I don't know. I haven't lost a parent, but I've lost other people that are very close to me. So, but. Ooh. But yeah, peppers. That's, that was one of the things was going to be. That's why I started off with a pepper, eating a pepper. kind of where I wanted to go along the lines. I know we're going to wind up talking about, what's current events, right? Always wind up talking about current events nowadays with everything going on. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you guys something. I don't know if I've actually come out and said this before, but today I was in my AA meeting. Yes, Alcoholics Anonymous. I don't drink anymore. But even there, luckily we're in a school. All right. Our school is it's an old schoolhouse. So we're not part of a church or anything else. So this is just an old schoolhouse. All that's there are AA meetings. We are the one that control it. So luckily we can continue to have meetings, even though you're not supposed to have gatherings of 10 or more people. So most churches are closed down. It makes it difficult for people. Well, this is good for us.
Justin.
But we were sitting in there with every other chair skipped in the place. So we were
Right.
at least right around 6 feet apart.
We didn't hold hands when we closed the meeting tonight either.
Some of us held hands. Some of us touched elbows and stuff. It depended on the individuals.
We had 3 of us.
This is the wheel of life. How you doing? Well, me personally, I'm not scared. But I did, when I got done holding a hand with one person, touch an elbow with another person, I did go and wash my hands. So you haven't emailed me. Who haven't emailed you? You're supposed to eat.
Excuse me.
I heard they are offering AA meetings online for people too. Yeah.
So they've been online for quite some time now.
Yep.
If you know where you just look them up.
Smokey, how you doing, man?
Or you pick up the phone.
Yep.
It's the easiest way. Call your sponsor. Call a friend.
Agreed. I'd keep it under 10. Yep.
We had 3.
You just call me and yell at me, and then you feel better. So yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
I ain't scared either, Night Train. But you know what? There's not being scared, and then there's
being stupid
to the wind. Don't be dumb. Wash your hands. Avoid as much physical contact as you can. I mean, don't.
Now this is the cleanest my hand's been in a long time.
Yeah, wash your hands more. I mean, I don't think you need to sanitize your hands as much as some people are. Some people are going to eat the skin off of their hands. You do have good bacteria and good things on your body. Your body is constantly fighting off germs and things like that. If you remove all germs and your body doesn't have any practice fighting off germs, that's not good either.
Yeah.
Well,
see, I have to deal with a wife that has MS, and her immune system is compromised already.
Yep. So you're already doing those kinds of things.
Yeah, I have to.
Well, they say that the outdoors closed, you shouldn't go in with and sit in with it because it's you should wash it. It's not just the hands, it's your face, it's your body, it's everywhere. Yeah.
That sounds like a great time, Smokey.
I want some graphic.
Are you coming up here?
What?
Where are you going, Smokey? Where are you fishing at?
I want some graphic design, Crazy Ann, and shared.
Oh.
Are you talking
Eating spicy. Do you have any GI issues with eating spices? No, I don't actually, King of Spicy. As a matter of fact, if I had any, I've told people this before. If I had any issues from here down to my rear, I wouldn't be doing this. And I don't recommend anybody do what I do. If you have any health issues with your GI tract. What's up, Blake Hurst? How you doing, man? Gathering up to 25 over 30, we need to shut it down, right? No, not shutting it down. We're
anonymous.
We are going to be risky here, and we are going to gather as many people on this live stream as we can. So if you haven't already hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already shared us out, share us out. What's up, Mr. Fulton? How you doing, man? You are right. I don't have. You know what? I think St. Patrick's Day, I think everybody just kind of forgot about it. I wouldn't have been drinking anyways, but not seeing all the bars open and all the people standing in the streets as you're going by. And, they're standing outside of all these Irish pubs and everything. I think everybody just kind of forgot about it. Nonconformist.
I got to turn my green screen off and I'm green.
And she's green. There she is.
I can put up some northern lights.
Yeah.
nothing wrong with protecting that young lady's stomach. Just make sure, again, always putting something in there that's and then always, kind of, if you
Make
can,
sure she preps every time.
a little
Wait.
something afterwards. Well, here's
Mr.
the worst thing that happens when you do what we do, and that is you get out here and you've had something to eat. You get on here and you've been talking for a couple, 2-3 hours, right? And then you want to do something spicy again, and everything has digested. Why are you pinching me? Stop it. Stop it.
Read the comment. Read the comment.
What comment?
Mr. Fulton.
Oh.
Oh, Lizzie, yeah.
What's up, Mr. Fulton?
I tried.
What's up, Lizzie Ann? How you doing? JDS, what's up, my brother? How you doing?
Okay, Gypsy.
Man, I just tried all the damn pollen here. Oh, yeah. You guys are far enough south with the pollen and stuff is starting to come out. I work where I work at, we're a bee farm right across the street from us, and there is so much pollen. It winds up over all the cars out there on the dealership lot. They are just yellow with the pollen when that starts over here. So you didn't have any green, everything spicy. Okay. Well, what the hell is this?
Yeah, that's camo. I can put some green on. I got camo.
Someone pinch Mr. Fulton for me. Whoever is in there with Mr. Fulton.
Green camo.
Whoever's in there with Mr. Fulton in his room with him, pinch him. She pinched me and I didn't deserve it. I had green on.
You always deserve it.
Oh. Hello, Ann. Hello. Hello. Hello, Governor.
Hey, JDS.
Oh.
Oh.
Ugh.
Send a message. I have to do it now before I forget it.
You're going to do it now before you forget it. Okay. Do it now before you forget it.
Yeah.
Can I do that, Phil?
You can do that now. That'd be okay.
Thank you.
You've got my
Yeah, I was sending a message back to my cousin that sent me this steel striker, and I had wrote it in there, and I went to Messenger to send another message to somebody else, and I told it was there from about 5 o'clock. Still there. I just have never sent it. I'm like, oh.
So I'm going to ask you guys a question. I don't know how many people have had these. How many people? See, these have been in my room for like a couple of months because I want to do a side-by-side comparison to these and the Taco Bell Fire ones. Who has had these chips?
Can't find those.
Yeah, yes, those are very good. Best thing for pepper plants is ashes, like from a fire. Yeah, I was skeptical because I've had some, like the Doritos Blazing ones. Every time I had those, I didn't like the way they tasted. So I was very skeptical on these and how they would taste. But nothing, to me, it's going to be like, this is going to be hot, right? It's all going to be about the flavor. Nothing will taste ever beat to pet. Oh, they've got their own chips. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Nope, you haven't seen them, Blake? Come on. You don't go to a grocery store? All of our grocery stores now have all different. They got 10 different varieties of Doritos, and it seems like 4 or 5 of them are some kind of spicy, blazing, flaming hot, extra flaming hot, poop fire hot, all of them.
Fire hot. Remember when I was telling you I blew my boy's mind away with lighting the campfire with Doritos? That's the brand. That's that same kind I used to light the fire.
Yeah.
We had I threw all my paper and everything in the fire pit, and then we went to our meeting. We came back to the fire pit, and I couldn't light nothing. It was all wet and damp. So I was like, well, I got these super spicy stuff. Lit those and lit it right up.
Yeah. I've been eating too many chips there lately, Blake. I do need to back off on some of this stuff, but anyways, all right. So we were going to talk about peppers. We were right into the pepper conversation. We were all about what was going on. I was thinking, bringing up maybe I'm not going to do that. I was going to think about bringing up my pepper plants, but Don't eat much chips. We got the flaming hot chip snack pack. Okay. What's up, Carpy Chris? How you doing, man? Good to see you in here.
Hey, Carpy.
Chris. He's on one of my games I play.
Who, Carpy Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, you
And
guys
it's a real stupid game. Coin Master.
Oh, it has the flaming hot onion ring things. Funyuns. I've seen the flaming hot Funyuns. I think I had those one time, but I think it was the little bags. Excuse me, that I had the flaming hot Funyuns.
Ooh, I just had a crazy idea. What if they came up with flaming hot Munchos? The Muncho
Flaming hot Munchos.
Is this okay?
Because you know how Munchos are.
Yeah, I know how Munchos are.
That'd be
Look
good.
at there.
No. Fuck it.
Animals already.
Pull it down.
I found it. So yeah, we celebrate there. Me on the panel.
Yeah, Funyuns aren't. None of this stuff is that hot. I mean, at the end of the day, it's got to be Coin Master. LOL. At the end of the day, it's got to be. It's more about the flavor. Oh, Munchos are. But I could sit and eat a whole bag of Munchos. Munchos are so light and airy that when you start eating those things, you felt like you haven't had anything at all. Oh, I could eat a whole bag of those stupid Munchos, and of course, they're really salty too. So,
yeah.
Hey.
Chili Bean screamed, "Yes!"
Tomorrow, Phil. Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
It's the day after St. Patrick's Day.
Awkward Moments Day. That could suit you.
What?
Yeah. I'm looking here what day it is, and it says Awkward Moments Day here.
This was just an awkward moment, but okay.
Tomorrow.
You hit your head on the freezer. Oh my goodness.
Don't do that. Did you hurt the freezer?
If the lock comes in your head, yeah, why not?
I've done that. I've opened the freezer. I've been doing something. Open a cabinet door. And you're putting dishes and stuff away and whatnot.
And
then
you right
stand up and you hit that. You
open the freezer and you go to stand back up and the door started to shut on you and you didn't know it.
Yeah, it hurts like hell. Yeah. You just gotta grit your teeth and you're like,
or it hits the button on the top of his hat. Yeah.
I've had the button do that too. You hit the button on something. You don't necessarily hit it on the corner or something, but you just hit a little button on something. Oh,
a little ball peen hammer come down on your head. Pink.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you go out of the car. I'm right up there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, I've done it all. Getting in and out of the car. I've done stupid stuff and hurt myself.
Tonight was hump day. Wink, wink. Oh, Blake. Yeah. Somebody, I get some.
I can get it to upload. I will have a short vlog.
I want some. Hey, somebody help me.
Bored from lockdown. Tattooed your 17-year-old daughter?
Yeah, why not?
Well, she had.
Oh, I was just making sure I was reading that the right. Yes, the corner is worse.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a new tattoo.
You're gonna get a new tattoo. I keep wanting to get, of course, this.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And what I'd like to do is get mine fixed up, but you gotta find the right tattoo artist. Then you find the right tattoo artist, and then you gotta have you're gonna be paying a lot more money because I have seen some stuff recently, especially from this area, that looks like hell. The last thing I want to do is to have someone be touching me and make what I've got look even worse, or put something on my body that looks like hell.
This is what I got. Oh, come on.
Oh, that's nice, Killdeer.
Yours looks okay. Yep.
I drew that out.
A little thick lines, but yeah, nice.
And then I got style.
I'm gonna do some on my ass, on my thighs.
Oh, come on. Right there.
No.
It looks like Sky.
What the hell is that?
I got that. It was an old wizard.
It was
What's up, Riley? How you doing?
Which Finchfield Hockey Talk. Is that a new name?
my last two streams that we've talked about the virus actually have been limited, and we've done nothing to have them limited. So,
Which is
what's up, man? Oh, speaking of the Grand Wizard, here he is himself.
Hi.
I shouldn't say Grand Wizard. That sounds like Ku Klux Klanish.
Yeah.
I just changed my northern lights to get this behind here so people can be happy. Yeah.
I got this back in the
Too many
80s.
hippies.
Happy
huh?
Patty Day. And yeah,
Oh,
I'm not a
What's
Yeah.
up, Oja-san?
don't want to call me a Grand Wizard or Grand Dragon or Grand Poobah or not. Yeah,
You could be the
none
Grand
of that
Poobah.
grand. No.
I mean, I'm sure you were part of that thing with Fred and Barney back in the day, the water
Yeah.
buffalo, right? The Grand Order of the Water Buffaloes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like the
Yeah,
Moose
oh, yeah.
Lodge. Like the Moose Lodge, but the water buffaloes.
Hey, Lizzie Ann. Hi, everybody out there.
I'm in the videos.
Old
back.
Grand Poobah, right?
Grand Poobah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, you got is that a Norway picture behind you there, Sty?
Or did you steal it for Crazy Ann?
No.
That Northern Lights is it from Norway?
No.
No,
Canadian.
Canadian.
He's up
Oh.
there. Yeah.
Does that mean our Canadian friend is done for the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was in there the whole time. So,
Oh, were you?
yeah.
Yeah, I lurked for just a little while.
Or I come 10 minutes after or 5 minutes after, and I said that.
I was suffering nasty Charlie horses for about the last 2 hours. So
Really?
I haven't been on YouTube or nothing. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what it's. I don't know. I eating as usual, lots of fluids, but all of a sudden them Charlie horses just start kicking in. Oh my God. In my legs.
Legs.
Oh no. That gives you a Charlie horse at the gut. Don't
Oh,
do it.
I've never dared that, I think. Never, ever. I would love to try it if my stomach could handle it, but
I love the texture of the dried ones. I like the texture of the dried ones. But boy, that burns.
I do burn.
Yeah, Lizzie Ann. Charlie's really hurt.
Mhm.
I actually broke two bones, well, fractured two bones in a foot due to a Charlie horse in the arch of my foot once. Yeah,
What's up,
yeah,
Leonard?
yeah. Lots of potassium.
David?
Lots of potassium. You betcha.
Yeah.
And I drank a ton of, well, not a ton, probably about 16 ounces of pickle juice about 45 minutes ago, and that now pretty well taken them out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How do you like that?
Pickle juice works great. Off of dill
That's what-
pickles?
That's what my boys used to say when they came back from football, practice and stuff.
Pickle juice?
Yeah. Well, I'd have to buy the 1 gallon solid pickles,
Right.
great big
Right. So
pickles.
you had a half gallon of juice?
Yeah.
Anderson Farms, thank you.
Plus they would eat the pickles.
Yeah,
They love
bananas. I wanted bananas,
I'm a
but my
banana.
legs hurt so damn much I didn't want to go out to try to buy bananas. So
Yeah, I got 3 right here. It's about ready for bread.
don't breed your bananas.
Yeah, here, see, banana bread.
oh, those were brown. I don't like it.
That's you got to have them at least that brown for banana bread.
Yeah,
Oh no.
yeah, for banana bread.
I'd never
That's
make banana bread out of fresh bananas.
No, there ain't no flavor then.
No.
It's like when you eat them, I like them a little green and yellow. Yeah,
Oh yeah, but I'm not eating them.
the little hard.
I'm baking them.
I'm a banana. You're a what?
I'm
I'm
a
a banana. What happened to your clothes? I'm a banana.
Never mind.
I'm a banana.
There's actually, if you watch that video, it's just all you do is Google "I'm a banana." I find it very hilarious. It drives my kids nuts when someone says banana in the house. I start going, "I'm a banana, I'm a banana," and they're like, "Oh no, Dad, quit."
Hey, Farms Wonder have a question for you.
So, how many pounds of hot peppers do you want? Oh, well, you were telling me, wasn't it yesterday you were saying you got a ton of hot peppers? I'll take anything you want.
Yeah, send it over to him. Send it over to him. Yeah, come
As
on.
much as you want to pay for shipping and handling, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my thing. I had so much peppers last year. I was sending them to people, and then I had to start asking people to pay for shipping.
Yeah,
You know,
I can't pay for all this.
That'd be a heck of a thing to hear the doorbell ring, go out, open the door, and there's a 50-pound onion bag just packed full of peppers
Yeah,
sitting on your front porch.
make
76
something.
And a
varieties
guy
of
in a
peppers.
hazmat suit carry him up. Go, oh, please get these out of my truck.
Wow. What are you gonna do with all of those hot peppers? You
Hey,
told me
just-
yesterday they were primarily hot, super hot. What are you gonna do with all that?
Experiment.
Just send him a bunch.
That's gonna be months before those start.
Yeah, next.
I'm
Have you
waiting
got-
for that chocolate.
What's that?
I'm waiting for that chocolate you're gonna make.
Waiting for the Snickers bar I'm gonna make out of the tuba terra peanuts.
Yeah.
But see, here I gotta make 2 of them because I gotta send one to someone so someone will do it with me.
With you.
Not me.
Hey, hi.
Do it. Don't do it. Ain't happening.
Oh, yeah.
You'll have to send it over to Mike's way.
Of course.
I
Hey,
thought you
Eric.
said Killdeer. There you go.
No, I can't eat that stuff. I got ulcers.
What's up, Eric Garcia? How you doing, man? Maybe I can send one to Eric Pollock. I'll make 2 of them and send one to Eric Pollock.
Will you come on the panel then and eat it?
I don't know.
Jeremy or Shane. What about sausage
That's
Shane?
what you gotta do is you have to send one to someone that'll come on your panel and eat it with you.
Hey,
Right.
Roman.
Oh.
Roman.
Or Roman, yeah, send it.
You know Roman well, right?
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
no-brainer right there.
Hey,
Yeah.
Lizzie,
Oh.
Lizzie, yeah.
Oh, he'll be so mad at
No,
me.
I ain't gonna do that. No,
He
no,
always
stay
brings
staying away from the hot
Yeah, I
challenges for a
could
while.
make more. I could make more than 2, right? I can make some minis.
Yeah. Half tubes.
You
Terry.
feel like something on to him. I won't start to try it.
Ugh.
You can try a bite, not the whole thing. A bite, like you did with the other thing, you know. Take a bite now and then.
I'm gonna bite you. I'm gonna bite you.
Oh,
Sorry,
honey.
no.
Hey.
No, I
Talk,
ain't better. I'll just take my teeth out.
oh,
Like,
talk worry to me. Ah.
Ah,
Hey.
Carolina Rapard.
I don't know. I was doing it last night. Now I'm doing it again.
Sty, when
Yeah.
you do that, be sure that the teeth don't be stuck when you, when you bite.
Bananas.
make sure I have my rabies shots first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh
don't think
god.
Scotty's gonna do it. No.
If he can do it in small pieces, I think he
So
can
he-
do it. Like he did with that other chocolate he had.
Be right
Well,
back.
I just know it that I just got this fear that it's gonna be like the VAT 19.
Yeah, but if you chop the nuts up, it's not being a whole nut. It will be chopped up, and you will get
Well,
the chop.
yeah, you're not getting a whole nut. You're just getting 100 little pieces of the same old whole nut. Yeah.
Well, Cindy's asking a good question. Cindy says, just curious, since you're in AA, how do you feel about things like bourbon ball candies, not being funny, being serious? I will eat this stuff because at the end of the day, I do my tinctures, right? All my tinctures are alcoholic. I don't get non-alcoholic tinctures. You're doing such a small dose of alcohol. Matter of fact, even in the bourbon balls and things like that, some of that's being cooked down, like cooking with wine. All that stuff's cooked down. I don't now me personally, I don't worry about it. Now there are other alcoholics that would be a no-no for the other alcoholics.
Right.
And even this tincture that I'm doing,
It
would be a
really
no-no.
depends on how the person's spiritual strength is, and plus their ability to not to go back out. Because I slipped and went back out, and I don't think there ain't no going back out again for me.
Oh yeah, I won't go drinking, but yeah, but there's a good example. Mouthwash, right? When you stay away from mouthwash that's got alcohol in it. I mean, if you can deal with mouthwash that's got alcohol in it, you can deal with a bourbon ball, chocolate cherry covered bourbon ball thing.
I've built up since I haven't drank for 6 years. I've built up a gag reflex to smelling of alcohol or anything like that. I doubt I'd be able to eat a bourbon ball or anything like that.
See you later, David. Have a good night.
Have a good night. See you later.
If you think you have a problem with a bourbon ball, you shouldn't eat it. At the end of the day, right?
Right.
Well, he's a beer man, so he's not like.
Yeah, I was a beer man too, but
I was a beer man. Is all I was.
When I slipped and when I quit again, I was a moonshine man.
Oh, you don't have to send me the less boozy ones. Don't modify nothing.
Yeah.
So here we're gonna do. We're just gonna do another pepper. Sorry, guys. This one actually came from the Hunt for Heat, which came from Ed Curry at the Pucker Butt Company. This is his dried reapers, which are different from my dried reapers. My dried reapers, when I chew them up, they're like big chunks of peppers, like you might get the crushed red pepper seeds that you'd put on your pizza. They're that consistency.
Got some on your finger.
Chews up more like powder. So
yeah, it's been in dehydrator longer. That's what happens to my blueberries when I try to dehydrate blueberries. They just turn into a burnt, like a burnt marshmallow core. It just
yes, King of Spicy. When I did my first tube of terror, that was probably my first capsaicin high. I was sitting there and I'd done the tube of terror. I'd done my burn time. And for the next 15 minutes, I continued on live, just rambling on. I ramble on here, but I was really just rambling on my live stream. My wife was coming out there and she's like, because I got to just rambling because I had a euphoric. Now again, anything big, I've gotten capsaicin. I don't think I really got it from the sauce, but I have gotten it from like Chili Cherry Nightmare. I've gotten it from the Nemesis. But then at some point, the pain takes over and the euphoria goes away. You were saving a few of those seeds, right? I will now that you said that, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I got to make sure I label these right too. So, yeah, I still got like 5 little peppers in there, Cindy.
cool.
Hot. Oh, that's all good and hot. That powder seems like it would be hot. Yeah, I need like these right now. I'm feeling a little bit of a tingling going on, like a little bit of an endorphin dump, but not a big one. More of a mouth burn right now. Ooh. What do you think? Huh? Was it?
Is it a little hot?
I think I got some on my lips. My lips are on fire. Usually my lips aren't on fire.
Ooh. They are always on fire. Hey.
Not my lips.
Just one alone will have more than you will ever need.
Ooh.
I thought I was having all of these from the night
I'm doing it right now. If anybody else wants to talk, feel free.
Are you burning?
I'm also on fire.
Star can talk. He like to talk.
Hey.
Yeah, no, it's not an allergic reaction.
Hey. You just want to bite my ass. It's the only thing you're thinking about now.
Ooh.
You know how many seeds we pulled out of one of those reapers?
Damn
No,
dog.
fuck it.
Well, my peppers have got a lot of seeds in them, as you can see. I just haven't seen inside of those ones from Ed Curry yet. What's up, Aquatic Nest?
Hey, aquatic nest. Do you like spicy?
I've never had spicy ice cream. Now, I've put spicy stuff on ice cream. But I've never had spicy ice cream.
I bet you will have some ice cream after.
I bet you I will too. My eyes are watering. Is Ty frozen?
No,
No, he's not.
No, he
He's
just
really-
died. That's all.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. I was listening to Elmer Fudd sing "Fire."
Oh, okay.
He's reading the comments, I bet.
Ooh.
Well, I'm texting on Messenger.
And my
too.
mouth is on fire right now. Ooh.
On fire.
That last one was hotter than the other ones have been.
They have ghost pepper maple ice cream.
Ghost pepper maple ice cream.
She's like a villa.
What? Chilling like a villainess. A villain.
Yeah.
A villainess. Because she's female.
Great to see you, Aquatic Nest.
Good to see Aquatic Nest.
We need pumpkin reaper hybrid.
What's up, Michelle K? How you doing, girl?
Hey, Michelle K. How are you? You sound like Stein now.
Ooh.
He sounds like you.
Yeah. They took my train away when I do peppers now.
Yeah. Fuck the train. Hug to you,
problem-
Michelle.
What in the world?
I try to keep things as clean as possible, and they take my train away.
Right?
Hey, if you want to clean as possible, you don't put me on the stream.
I don't want to listen to the train. I want to hear F this, F that. Holy blankety blank blank.
Keep it real. That is what you should do. Keep it real. Don't fake things. No.
There wasn't a fake train.
Yeah, it was.
It was not. It was not a fake train.
It was not going through your living room, so it was a fake train.
It was in my living room.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was on my TV. I seen it.
No,
And the
it
dog
wasn't.
was chasing it.
No.
It was really there.
You've been drunk.
I've been warned.
You've been drunk.
If all the pepper plants do, we will have Carolina Reapers, Dragon Breath, and Ghost Peppers just to start.
Cool.
Michelle, the same as usual, as you all know, no, this craziness around us, friends. Hey,
What's up?
Yeah, that's I never thought of that.
take it last
I need to carry those dried reapers in my coat pocket when I go out in the public. If
Yeah.
people start getting too close and start bothering me,
yeah.
just pop one in my mouth. My eyes will start running. My nose will run. I'll sneeze. I'll cough.
Yeah, they'll be
Yeah.
going, oh, he's got the virus. Well, it might work. It might backfire. They might quarantine your ass right there on the spot. He's got it swarming. You're in a plastic bubble now.
Hey,
Yeah.
boy. I always joked when I made hot wings. I was going to give them names from different actors. So what's next, Phil? Some hot sauce?
Not right now.
Hey, he's still trying to.
Well, I
I'm
tried to.
letting this calm down a little bit.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
tried to kill you now. So yeah, just keep
Yeah.
going on. He's in labor.
He's trying to
I'm trying to
hyperventilate
lick my
to
lip
increase
on
the
fire.
burn.
If peppers have lots of health benefits, then you cover Phil. Yeah, I bet he is.
Actually, they say they help to for cancer. Matter of fact, I had it brought up. Everybody talk here.
Everybody talk. Everybody talk.
They have to add quarantine to the list. Is your butt starting to pucker, Phil?
Right?
I'll go chug a bottle of hot sauce. Be right back.
Ooh.
Dip in the vanilla gorilla. If you're gonna chug something, come on the panel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. There's the screen right there. That'll show you. Make it bigger here.
Make it big.
That's
Yeah,
how big
like
I can make it. But hot peppers have stood the test of time. Researchers have shown that capsaicin can improve your heart health, prevent diabetes, and prevent cancer. Hot peppers can even lower blood pressure and make you feel less hungry. I tell you right now, I don't feel very hungry. I will later.
That's it. It can prevent all those things by killing you.
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, if you die of peppers, you'll never die of that stuff.
I'm back making yogurt and kombucha. Oh,
Kombucha. Yeah, I ate that kombucha crap. I guess I was supposed to just drink it, but I took that filth out of that jar and ate it for like a day or two of my life. That was gross. You can come on up here, Gypsy and Chuddat.
Dang.
Adventures in the Heartland. John, what's up?
Hey,
Why is
John.
my
Hi.
chat-
What are you doing? You got your gummy bears?
Oh, got gummy bears.
Woo. Yeah, that last one, that last paper was pretty good. Ooh.
yeah, it looks like it works. So yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with Phil. Little Nitro was fun to do. I enjoyed doing little Nitro. I just didn't enjoy paying over $8 for something that's just one little piece of candy.
Oh.
Because all you're paying for is the hype and the name. Because I can see people making their own at home. Yeah.
I think that it's too mild for Phil, so it will
What are you doing?
be not fun. So nope.
No, he'd need a handful of them for it to be interesting. He'd need a whole handful.
It's
And
not
to get a
fun
whole
like
handful costs him $100.
Well, here's what I got coming. I do have rummy bears coming from across the pond. And apparently it's a pretty big challenge. People on Nuke Chilies, the challenge is to eat the whole package. The whole package consists of about 16 gummy bears and then one great big teddy bear gummy. And apparently it's pretty hot. So that'll be one of my challenges coming up will be to do that.
Huh.
You'll have to exercise your jaw muscles. That's going to be a lot of chewing. Especially
Will
the
be.
big gummy.
Yep. Everything is expensive. But that's how these people are. I mean, because again, none of this stuff is made in bulk. It's made in smaller quantities.
Yeah.
Obviously doesn't drive the cost down. And then of course it's put in fancy packaging. This not so much so. This could be like a cigar thing that they've put this in. But like a little nitro, that's the fanciest damn packaging you'll ever see for one freaking gummy bear.
Yeah, so Scoville.
Scoville.
Yeah. He was putting out Tubotero, the t-shirt and that mango thing you was eating.
Oh,
And it wasn't a bad price
peach
on it.
mango, wasn't it? No.
Yeah.
Well, it came with a bag. It came with a bag of nuts.
He put that out today or yesterday. He was putting that out.
Oh, he was because I've seen something that had the Tubotero, the bag of nuts, a T-shirt, and something else.
Yeah, more picture of Johnny Scoville on it, and the Tubo Terror, and that spoon and a sauce. And so maybe one more thing.
Yeah, Adventures in the Heartland. I got customers of mine that has a Michigan candy company that I've talked to about making things spicy, and they just don't seem interested.
Yeah.
Again, they make candies that are tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands that are sold. You're not going to get that with a spicy product,
Right.
Not unless you sell them at bars, and they're closed down for right now.
And then the problem is if you're going to use the same equipment to make that you do to make the normal stuff, how do you get it sanitized enough to where it
cross contaminate? Yeah,
stuff, right.
Right.
Thanks, Aquatic Nest. Yeah, it's the only background I had that was different with some green in it.
Is that why that? Yeah, Ann pinched me and I had my green on.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're wearing camel, you're in there.
Mhm.
Right?
Well, I got
It told me. So I did it.
green
Well,
sleeve.
you could look and see I had green on. I always got green on.
Hey, you always punch me, so why can't I pinch you?
The
Not
wife
stick
goes, my
around, I gotta
tattoo's
put up
green.
with the violence.
Mhm. The violence. No more.
Right, Aquatic Nest? Right. That's because she's a bully.
Yeah.
She is. She's a bully.
Now you love bullies.
Which is what's surprising me about Willie Pete's prices. I mean, seriously, he has some heat to his stuff, but prices of ours is really reasonable. I mean, it is. I mean, when you think about some of those, the smaller bars are, but when you think of like the Nemesis, they want $20 for that chocolate bar. That is kind of steep for a chocolate bar. Real Tree is mossy brown, not this hat.
I had to look at see which hat I had on. I got my Circle of Unity hat. They postponed that.
Vanilla Gorilla. I go both ways, Mossy Oak and Real Tree.
Good night, Adventures in the Heartland.
Good night, John.
Hey, good night. See you later. $7 p.m.
Yeah, I saw a couple of Irishmen in camouflage today. They were both wearing blue and carrying Coronas. They were in camouflage, trying to fit in with the rest of the world. I'll let it slide. It all depends on conditions and where I'm at and the mood I'm in. What type of camo I'm going to wear.
I wear a Hex suit, and it's I think it's like a Real Tree color, but it's called Hex, HEXS, and it's got carbon fibers in it that break down your magnetic force field that comes out of your suit and off your body. Because when anything moves, there is a energy, like the blood flowing through your body that creates energy, and your body has an aura because the blood flowing through your body, and that protects it. It kind of like weaved in the thread, and it kind of blocks it. And man, it's crazy.
We were always told that about our fatigues when I was in the Marine Corps. That 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 you're not supposed to starch them and do the things that you do to your fatigues because it breaks down the fibers in that. But again, that's supposed to be able to be it's like radar and stuff. It's supposed to help with the being able to pick stuff up. I don't know how true that is, but I always heard.
I know when you damn near step on a squirrel and it just sits on a tree right 6 feet in front of you and turns around and looks at you instead of going behind the tree, It's pretty good camo. Because you know how squirrels are. They'll go hide behind the tree and look around and crawl around the tree until, I played Ring Around the Rosie once with a squirrel. Man, they'll jump up there and hang right on the tree and turn around and look back at me going, what?
What?
I'm like,
My baby boy.
but they are kind of scary because, when you spook a squirrel 4 feet in front of you, it's kind of freaky because they move so fast you didn't see what that noise was, but something moved like crazy and it's right in front of you. It's like, ah! Because you're trying to tiptoe and be as quiet as you can, and you just spooked a squirrel.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a guy out by where we live. He does a big squirrel hunt every year, and they have a competition as far as who can bag the most squirrels.
Yep.
And because there's a lot of them out here where we live, not so much on my property, but a lot of other properties, and they can begin to get into people's stuff and begin to damage stuff. So they always have this thing once a year. I think it's about to come up this spring when they do that, or maybe it's in the fall. I forget. But these guys all get together. They go out. It starts at the beginning of the day with a breakfast, ends at the end of the evening with a dinner. So
probably squirrels too.
Hey, Dennis.
What's up, Dennis? How are you?
Hey,
Hey,
Dennis.
Are you
Sorry
coming
I
up?
wasn't there tonight, buddy.
Oh yeah, Dennis.
Well, you weren't there at Dennis's?
No,
No.
Oh, wow.
no. I tell you, this boy was in pain. Oh,
Wow.
I couldn't walk. All I could do was sit and rub my calves
Yeah.
and try to flex to get those cramps out. It took over a couple hours.
Hey, Ross.
Now it's just the pain, constant,
Yeah.
bruising.
The fatigue from it. Yeah.
What's up, Ross? How you doing, man? My dad used to have that problem when I was a kid. He never got enough potassium, and he'd wake up in the middle of the night and I'd hear him yelling. He was in the bedroom next to me. You'd hear him yelling, and you'd be like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And he'd be hopping around because he'd have right in the back of his calf. He'd have a Charlie horse.
Mm-hmm.
You want a quick sty story?
Sure. Always want.
This is my worst Charlie horse in my whole life. I took my ex-wife and this other couple camping. We had this awesome 3-room tent, right? So each of us had a room at the either end of the tent to sleep in, right? Well, our first night out, it was kind of cold and damp that night, and boom, I got a Charlie horse in the back of my thigh on my right leg. Bad. It felt about the size of a golf ball. It just knotted up. And I elbowed my wife. She goes, "What?" And I go, "Charlie horse in the leg. It's so bad. It's so bad." I said, "I can't even reach down there." I said, "Do something." She knew what to do because I get them quite often. Right away, she gets on there and starts kneading it. Knead the muscle, and it hurts to have someone do that, but it takes it out a lot faster.
Right.
So, she just wasn't doing it hard enough, so I started quite loud saying, rub it harder, rub it." And she's going, "I'm rubbing it the best I can." She goes, "Oh God, it's never been so hard." And I said, "Quit admiring it and just rub it." And she goes, hold still. It's coming out. The next morning I couldn't walk through that campground anywhere. Going, none of them knew what the hell was going on in that tent. But boy, that couple that camped with us never went camping with us again either.
I bet not.
Yeah.
I know when I went out to Wildwood, New Jersey that 2 years, I know from going out here in the middle of Missouri and going down to sea level for a couple of months, man, I used to wake up with a couple of Charlie horses right across the back of my legs. The hamstring Charlie horse. Oh, those were miserable.
Yeah, I've had a few guys go camping with me, and I warn them ahead of time. If I'm doing a lot of serious hiking, like high country hiking, a lot of elevation, yeah, you're going to hear me cussing at night. I'm going to wake up sometime during the night
Mm-hmm.
with Charlie horses. I carry potassium tablets with me if I'm doing heavy hiking, just to keep my potassium up so that I can avoid those stinking Charlie horses.
Excuse me.
The only time I ever really got Charlie horses was when I was in the Marine Corps. And the only time I would get them then would be like when I was out boogie boarding or whatnot, because I would have my little swim fins on and I'd be pointing my toes. And for some reason, when I pointed my toes, it did something in the backs of my calves that would make them cramp up. And I'd have to put my feet at a 45-degree angle,
sit there and bend them back.
Right.
Bend them back.
In order to stretch that out.
See, I did that. Well, I've probably 1,000 times I've done that. Where, like, especially if I've been sleeping and I wake up and my feet feel kind of like they're aching, and if I push my foot down and out and try to point my toes out, boom! I'll get a Charlie horse in the arch
every time
of the foot.
That too.
And
yeah,
and I had one that was so bad that the arch was bulging out.
Yeah, you can't walk when you do that.
It folded the foot so far in half that I fractured 2 bones in my foot.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah, my foot turned black and blue from the toes halfway up my ankle within 2 days. And they x-rayed it, and they said, oh, God, you fractured 2 bones in that foot with that, Charlie. And that one was, I was punching it. I was actually fisting it, punching the muscle to try to get it soften and just get
beating it
to relax. It's just, it was terrible. Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's another reason why I don't have a sit-in kayak. I've got a sit-on kayak.
Yeah.
In a sit-in, if it's hot out, that I'll have a habit of, I'll sit with my knees up in the kayak, and for some reason I can do it in a canoe, but if I do it in a kayak, all of a sudden I'll start getting those Charlie horses in my legs. The cramps just about kill you.
Yeah, I think the worst thing I haven't really canoed a lot or kayaked a lot. We went down some rapids in, where was it? Just outside of North Carolina. When we were visiting North Carolina, I think it was in Tennessee. And we got class 3 and 4 rapids. And they put us in these stupid little fun yaks, individual. And they float right on top, right?
Yeah.
And you're sitting there with your feet straight out in front of you. So this is you, right?
Yeah.
You're sitting here. These are your feet straight out in front of you. Here's the problem, though. Now I was in better shape then, but after about an hour or so of keeping yourself upright like that, that's all midsection. That's all core exercise that entire time. The last 3 rapids that we took, it was everything I could just to stay upright because my gut hurt so much from just burning.
Trying to stay on the board.
Yeah, because you don't think about it when you're sitting and you have your legs like in a canoe or something.
Right.
This thing gave you no support because it was inflatable. So it gave you no support whatsoever. So the support was you.
Right. If you're sitting flat and you've got no back, you got nothing to put your back against. You're right. All your lower back, your lower torso, all those muscles are working overtime because that's what's keeping you upright. Yeah.
What's up, 100?
Oh, I've seen whitewater kayakers kayak all dang day long in the river, and then they finally get out of their yak. They've been in it for hours. They get out of it and they got nothing but sea legs. They can't walk on solid ground. They're kind of hunched over and they're duck walking around because their legs haven't been used to speak much of all day.
See, that's what's a trip about my spring floating with Bill W. float trip because
I'll go over and do that Gypsy and Vanilla Grella.
The first like 6 miles, 7 miles is nothing. It's peaceful. It's what you'd expect from an AA float trip. But then the second half is the opposite. It's like Mardi Gras. It's college frat.
What's up, Plano Chuck?
All the way down the rest of the way. But yeah, but we'd always go down and finish the float and sit there on the creek, right where they take out, and it's so funny watching all these drunks come and get out of their kayaks, out of their rubber raft, big old rubber rafts, falling down. People that are passed out and they're trying to wake him up, and he's burnt red. It's like, oh god.
We used to do that when we go tubing.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's why it was really hard for my very first one. It was like I only had like a year and a half sobriety, and it's like, get me through here, get me out of here, get me out of here. And then the second year, it's like, oh man, this ain't. I don't sit and watch. I missed a few boobies the first time. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
you see what?
Those guys that took us on that kayaking thing, those guys in those little short kayaks that they're completely strapped into.
Yeah.
Those guys I give a lot of credit, man, because again, they
roll.
don't come out of those things. When they flip, they know how to twist and turn, and if they get caught up in something, they know how to turn their body and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
They don't ever come out of those little kayaks. That kayak is a part of them, that entire thing. So
yeah, they got the full spray skirt on, everything, and they can just sit there and barrel roll all day. I watched this guy come off of about a 20-foot waterfall in one of them. He's paddling down. Everybody's thinking, well, he's going to pour the drop. Nope, here he comes, right off the top of that waterfall. And when he hit the wash at the bottom, see, that's what people don't understand. You don't want to go off waterfalls. You see it in the movies all the time. You don't want to be in that water at the base of a waterfall. And it's not the water pressure that's pushing you down. It's your buoyancy goes away because it's all aerated water. That people don't get that. It's nothing but bubbles. You're landing that, it's nothing but bubbles. It's not the pressure of water pushing you down. It's your lack of buoyancy. You can't swim in bubbles. You can swim in water, but you can't swim in air. And I've had that happen. Wearing a life vest, get pushed to the bottom of a base of a small waterfall, and have to literally crawl and walk kind of the bottom of the river to get to solid water again to float, because it was so aerated. There's no buoyancy. And I watched that guy come off the top of that waterfall, and he hit the bottom, and about 20 feet out from the base of the waterfall, blink, he pops back up.
Yeah.
Like, you're nuts. You are certifiably nuts. And he's hooping and hollering like, ha, wasn't that great? No, you're a damn fool.
But he's done it enough.
Upper body strength is amazing.
Yeah.
I've seen some of those guys, and there's a lot of those guys tend to be short. And I guess that's so you don't hit your head on the rocks when you're barrel rolling in a river.
Well, no, you can't get, if you're very tall, you can't get your legs in that thing.
I noticed they're short, but boy, they got beefy shoulders, beefy biceps, and a 12-pack. They're just upper body strength is amazing on some of them.
Well, those guys have done that stuff enough too. When they do it, they're not scared. That's the biggest thing for most of us. Is when you do something like that, is the fear. And the first thing you want to do is you want to bail out and swim, right? Because that's what makes you feel comfortable. Is, hey, if I can get my arms and my legs going, I'll be fine. If I'm strapped into this thing, I'm going to drown.
I had to, here on Lake Superior, I wanted to rent a kayak, okay? I wanted to rent one of the sea kayaks they use to go out to the Apostle Islands. But this company would not rent you a kayak unless you went through their 3-hour course, unless you could prove that you were an avid kayaker.
Right.
So I went through their course. They wanted me to do something. I said, that can't be done. And they said, oh, yeah, it can be done. You're going to do it. I said, no, I can't do it. A 21-foot sea kayak, 2-holer for 2 people, touring kayak. They made me roll that bugger and get it back upright again.
Oh, really?
21 feet long. But the first few times, oh, yeah, they had to grab me and stand me back up so I wouldn't drown, because I couldn't get that bugger back over. I go upside down, and that's where I'm going to stay, Once they showed me the proper technique, and I made my first roll. Heck, within 45 minutes, I could roll it without any issue at all. But that's the whole key is these guys you see in these rivers going through that nasty stuff.
Yeah.
They've all been through proper training. They've had proper
Right.
experiences with lesser grade rapids, and they've worked their way up to that skill. And that's why they don't seem so nervous when they get out in that stuff. It's because they know their skill set's good. They know what to do, and in fact, they feel uncomfortable if they have to get rid of their kayak, if they got to let it go. They don't like getting out of their kayak. They want to stay in it. And
I would have to drink a 12-pack to go over the waterfall in my kayak.
Yeah.
hi, Mai.
What's up, Mai?
Yeah, the Eskimo roll. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I love our kayaking outfits up here. You get all the kayak classes you want. Yeah. I mean, you can sign up with them and start out from basic, never been in a kayak. And boy, before half the summer's over, they got you paddling 21 miles off the coast to go to Eagle Island and go out there and paddle around in the heart of Lake Superior.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's up, Kirk Whipper? Yeah, we bought a couple of kayaks a couple of years ago, but all we do is like we go down like the Flint River. Nothing big, you know.
Hi, Tim.
Take it out to the lake for a little exercise, paddle around the lake or whatever. But
oh, that's me now. I got a sit-on kayak. I hope to get a 12-foot canoe, solo canoe, and for me now, it's fair weather paddling. Yeah. If I go down a river, it's because it's got a big beaver dam on it and the flow is slow.
well, that was us. Even when we went down the Flint River, it was slow flow. You know, we had beer and stuff with us, so we would just, float down. It was just, the water was just cold enough where you didn't want to be in it with a tube or anything like that. So we got in the kayaks and we did that. So,
yeah, we have a river here called the Namakagon, and it's got, people say, well, it's got some fast water in it. Well, their fast water is, the water's kind of, you can see it kind of splashing off the rocks a little. There's no real rapids, You get in it, it moves fast, but there's nothing dangerous about the Namakagon unless you're going without a life jacket, and you got too drunk and fell out of your boat. Yeah. But you can paddle you can paddle that thing for about 35, 40 miles. And it's just relaxing, beautiful scenery. 99% of it's all going through public land, so you don't have houses or nothing along the river. Yeah. That's a great paddle for someone that just wants to enjoy being out there paddling around.
Chuck's going to drink a beer and Blake is going to be with him.
So
on the shore.
Does that mean Blake is responsible for Chuck?
Does that mean you're responsible for Chuck there, Blake? I don't know. Well, you doing, Stassi Shane? Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, we got a river here called the Apple River. That they still tube on the river, but back in the 70s, it was huge for tubing. They had a big tubing outfit there with school buses. People show up, and for $10, you get this big stinking truck inner tube, and they put it on the roof of the bus, and they load the bus up with people, and they'd haul you way the heck up this river, and they throw you in, and you spend the whole day floating down. Well, we bring our own tubes, and a couple of vehicles, so that we didn't have to use their services. But we take a little pony keg, stretch it, truck inner tube around it, and fill it with air.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd have the keg following us. It's tied to our inner tubes. We'd have 10, 12 people tie it up together, floating down that river like a big raft. Spend the whole day floating down that river, drinking beer. Yeah. And then I liked it because they didn't have a bunch of beer cans or crap in the water, because about every 50 yards or so, there'd be a big plywood like sign with somebody's face on it with their mouth wide open, and you throw your beer cans at them.
Yeah.
Because there's a bell hanging in the back. So if you go through, you ding, ding, you can hear it. And if you still had cans left, I will throw them at the next one when you get to it, And it was neat because they all had these big caged in areas under them so that they caught all the beer cans. I got thinking about it. I thought, whoever set them up's pretty smart.
That's smart thinking.
To get all that aluminum. And I mean thousands and thousands of beer cans per day.
Well, think about a 10-cent refund like we get here in Michigan.
That Michigan, that is, I kind of miss doing that. Quite a few years ago, I was out of work for a little spell, and I had a garage full of cans. And they said, take them over to Michigan. And I said, what do you mean? And there was this one little mini mall, and it had these big machines sitting outside. And you go up there, and you can throw your cans down the chute.
Yeah.
Just sit there and just keep throwing them in there, and it crushes them and spits them out into their bin. And it's spitting out. Well, these ones, they actually racked up the credit till you said payout. And you just sit there. I backed my truck up there with about 8 bags of pop cans and had my kids just keep throwing them in those 3 machines they had. And I walked out of there with like $45.
Yeah. That's the way it is here in Michigan. It's the way it is today, I can remember as a kid when they started doing returnables, you take your returnables back to a store or party store. They hated you because they had a guy with gloves on that would be counting your stuff.
Yeah.
I could swear I had 25 in there and he'd count 24 and be like,
yeah.
So they always had well, now they got to have individuals that tend to these machines because there's always pop or beer or something that's been, then they're not reading the stuff and it's kicking stuff back out and the machines go down. I mean, it's become a racket, but yeah. We've done that for decades here in Michigan and think nothing of it. And of course, you get someone from from Wisconsin and think, oh yeah, it's really something neat to you guys.
See, the only thing I don't like is having to pay a deposit.
Yeah,
I don't like having to pay a deposit. I'd rather have it give me 2 cents a can for recycling than give me 10 cents back that I already paid.
This was to help pollution. That's why they charge you the 10 cents. It's pollution because if you throw it out the window or you throw it out, someone else will pick it up. For 2 cents, someone ain't gonna bend over and pick up your can for 2 cents, but for 10 cents they will.
Go ahead, bend over, see what happens. I'll give you your 2 cents worth.
So yeah, you'll see people that old guys are out exercising and whatnot, and they've got a stick in a bag with them. And as they're exercising, they'll see a 25-ounce beer can on the side of the road. They'll stick it in their bag and they'll keep walking. They're cleaning up the area and they're making a couple bucks while they're out doing it. So
yeah, see, and that's where I wouldn't mind it. I'd tolerate it because I probably haul out 300 cans every season that I pick up along hiking trails.
Okay.
And I think if we had the same system over here, I'd see fewer of those.
Yeah.
Because I do hike a lot of Michigan trails in the UP, and I don't run into the piles of beer cans and crap that I typically see over here. It's probably because whoever had to buy the beer says, I'm taking all them cans home with me, guys. Those aren't yours.
Yeah.
I bought the beer, I get the cans.
The biggest problem we had here in Michigan, or at least where I grew up, is I grew up in this little town called Clarkston here in Michigan, is they put a McDonald's in down the street. Now, McDonald's back in the day, all your hamburgers and your stuff, except for your hamburgers, everything came in a styrofoam container. Remember when everything was in a styrofoam container?
Yeah, back when
you used to see empty styrofoam containers all over the place. There was McDonald's garbage all over the place. And that was about the same time that they changed from styrofoam over to cardboard, that they also instituted the 10 cents returnable. And it really cleaned things up around here.
I've seen a couple of McDonald's and Burger Kings that are by truck stops, and they heavy business, and you'll see the highway fence is just covered with nothing but packaging from
Wrappers,
McDonald's
yeah.
or Burger King. It's just thousands and thousands of wrappers and cardboard boxes, and people freak out about that and stuff. And I do know of a couple of counties in different states that they'll actually do a couple of burns a year, and they burn
Hey,
those
Roman.
fences. They just burn all that paper off of them. And like they say, thank God it's not styrofoam and plastic, because you can't burn it all off. So with the paper they can, and plus the paper that they don't burn off is biodegradable where the plastics aren't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep, just like egg cartons there. I remember when they made the it was something that McDonald's made, keep the hot side hot and the cool side cool. They made this hamburger where like the lettuce and the tomato and the pickle was on one side and
Right.
the hamburger was on the other side, and then when you got where you're going, you put the two together.
and you put it together. Yeah.
The hot side hot and the cool side
Hey,
cool. I
Roman.
remember that. How you doing, Roman?
Hey, Roman.
Hey, Roman.
Yeah. You know, I
How you
don't
doing?
like plastic bags that you get at the stores in plastic bags. I don't like them, except that I can haul all my groceries up in one arm.
One
And I
hand.
make a single trip to the house. That's the only thing I like about them. Otherwise, I can't stand them things.
Yeah, we
Paper
just
bags, I'd have to make at least 2 trips. Yeah. But then I'm old and lazy, you know.
What's up, Solomon? How you doing, man?
Hey, Solomon.
Hey, Solomon.
Hey, Solomon. Roman.
Yeah, I still
hope
get everything in
everyone's
plastic
healthy.
here. I still see people with the, where they get their recyclable bags that they use time and time again. I haven't gotten into that yet. I probably should, but a lot of times I'll use these little plastic bags. I'll use that to take my lunches and stuff, those stuff that I go to work in, and then I keep them in my desk. And when people need to clean out their cars sometimes, they'll be like, "You have a bag?" I'll be like, "Yeah, sure." Grab a couple of those. They can put all their junk in there.
All of mine get used at least twice before they end up being trash. Yeah. In fact, in my closet, I've got a big shopping bag that's full of shopping bags, just compact in there as tight as they can get.
You know what I always like to do?
Brother.
They go,
Hey.
would you like a bag? Yeah.
What's
They
up,
always
John?
ask me if I want a bag. I'm like, really? You sell bags here? Yeah. I didn't know you could sell bags here. Yeah.
Hey, John.
Right?
I was like,
Hey,
What's
Roman.
up, Roman? How you doing, man?
hello, Roman.
He
How are
said
you?
he's still sexy.
Well, you're damn right.
They got you working from home yet?
No, see, that's what's funny is the CEO of the company came out and said, yeah, everybody that's non-essential, whatever, they can work from home and all that crap. But then the COO is like, who's working from home? You're working from home? You're not allowed to work from home. It's all got to be cleared by me. And it's like, what the hell? So
Yeah.
my manager's fighting the battle with his manager to go, yeah, it should be okay for my people to. I mean, 99.9% of my job can be done from my house. I work on computers. It's all I do all day. I don't need to be in the office. There's no reason to be out and about.
Well, having you in the office keeps you honest.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think
I wish it
anybody
did
needs.
for me.
I don't think anybody needs to keep me honest, man. I mean, I worked from home for a year and a half in my last job, and like 3 days a week the job before that. So I mean, it's been a long time I've been working from home and doing my job and kicking ass.
Not necessarily you, but employees in general. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that, they say, "Oh, work from home." Well, shoot, that means it's a week vacation or a 2-week vacation for them practically, Oh yeah, I'll go to the meeting and I have to do this conference call and this and that. But they'll only do what they've got to do, not what they should be doing.
Well, what was the problem is they had this one asshole that worked for the company for like 2 years, and he works from home every day, and they have no idea what he ever did. And so now we got new leadership in there, and that those people are gone for obvious reasons. So now the trust factor is gone, right?
Yeah.
I used to do risk assessment audits for Native American tribes for their tribal governments and usually for their treasury. And I did one tribe, help them out, and they were desperate, man. They called me. They said, "We're going to pay your airfare. We already got you. We got you this awesome condo you can going to be living in 3 weeks. All you do, you're out. Everything's covered." I go, "What's the urgency?" They said, "We just think something really bad's going on here. We want you to just come and do a risk audit on us." I said, "Okay." So I flew to their reservation and I got done with that audit. Oh my gosh, you want to see some tribal leaders pop a cork? They said, "Now we're getting too big, too much bureaucracy. We got too many employees." And I felt bad. I felt bad that they felt so upset. But they had 18 dead people getting paychecks every 2 weeks from them.
Oh, Jesus.
For the last 14 years.
Really?
Uh-huh. Dead people. And those dead people had their own P.O. box or their own bank account. And just what a nightmare. Their legal department, they hated me. They go, "Do you realize the caseload you just dumped on our legal department to find out who is taking the money of these dead people?" I said,
Sure,
"Not my problem. My problem was just to find out where your money was going. And you were paying 18 people for 14 years that they're not even alive." Yeah.
Yep.
And they were all at home. They were all at home employees. But that was management's fault. That wasn't the employees' fault. The other employees that were working at home that were alive were actually productive. They actually, and what we did was we just looked at production history of the employee. Are they providing their service that they're hired to do? If they are, then what's wrong with it? Nothing wrong with it. And because, 9 out of 10 of them were honest, going home, doing their work. They could put their 8 hours in or 6 hours, whatever is required. And but those 18 weren't. And they were all middle management positions where, okay, what is their product? Their product is to manage others. But they weren't managing anybody. I mean, they were dead. They weren't managing anybody.
People I ain't having no problems out of those.
I never have met my boss.
Hey, guys, I'll be right back, okay?
Okay. No, it's never okay. So.
I'm sorry I'm late to the party, but let's start with Ann. How you doing?
I'm okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, a lot.
Killdeer, how you doing? What do you got going on?
Oh, isolating. Yeah, sitting at home, man.
Yeah.
Because I got to take care of my wife with MS. And she's at high risk of catching it because her immune system's already low.
So is she stuck at home?
Yeah.
Leaving her at home, you taking care of everything?
Yeah. We're just chilling at home.
Good, man.
But it's starting to get...
How about you?
Oh, hey, I've been doing good till today. I went through about 2.5 hours of constant nasty Charlie horses. So I missed a whole stream tonight. Canoe Hound Adventures. I'm always there to mod. Totally missed it. But now the Charlies are gone. I just got the after pain. And then dang Charlie horses. First thing they remind me of is pepper gut. It's pepper gut in the calves. You're not supposed to get pepper gut in the calves. Yeah, that's the kind of pain it is. And
I've only had those stretching when I wake up in the morning. And you stretch in bed, and it's supposed to feel really good, and then
yeah. Though that's the worst part is those when a stretch triggers them because the stretch feels so good, and then you feel that nastiness coming in right behind it. Wham!
What? Yeah.
How are you doing, Roman?
So how are you doing, Roman?
I honestly couldn't be better. Other than
Still
my work situation, man, like they can't figure their shit out. I don't care. I mean, I'll go into the office. I don't care. I think I already had this virus anyway. So
So you're just a carrier, huh?
yeah,
Not
exactly.
everybody else around
Yeah, as long as they'll let me spread it, I'll spread it.
you.
No, I mean, I already got over it. I swear to God, I had this same, everybody that talks about the symptoms and all that crap, I
Yeah.
had all of that like a month ago. I had all
Yeah,
of it.
me
The
too.
shortness of breath, my lungs
Yeah.
filled up with fluid. It was a bitch.
Yeah.
It was rough to get through, but I got through it.
The only
And none
time
of my
the only time I had high fever is when I went to bed at night. It was like I was doing fine during the day, but then in the afternoon, I mean, I'd wake up drenched.
I had a fever every morning for 3 days. My coworkers never caught it though, and my wife never caught it. Her daughter didn't catch it. I mean, I was pretty careful, right? Covering the mouth and all that garbage, washing your hands, doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but now it's like I don't know. It's getting weird. I can't go to my bar. I can't see my favorite bartender because they shut down all the bars.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that
It's starting to
pisses
get
me
weird.
off. Her whole
What's up, Kilo?
That's I feel really bad for people that are bartenders
GCT?
and restaurant
Oh,
people.
yeah.
I mean, they depend on tips to survive, and they're not getting them. They shut them all down.
Yeah, and most of those people too aren't making much money anyways. They're living paycheck to paycheck anyways, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
always. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they're scraping by as it is on those tips. You know, take that away from them, and man, I feel for them. Trust me.
Well, we've got a couple restaurants in town here where the waitresses, they're making 45, 50 grand a year.
Wow.
And there's no way they can afford a month without an income.
Right.
I mean, because everybody lives within their means. You know, people say, "Oh, poor guy, middle class guy." What a big difference. Well, not really, because it's all relative. You just add zeros to everything, including debt and expenses, everything. So when something like this hits, somebody that's making 50 grand a year versus somebody making 25 grand a year, the effect, I guess what you'd say, the social effect is the same, because they feel the ouch just as much as anybody else. And unless you're a salaried individual that's going to get your check, whether or not you're there or not,
Yeah.
you're crap out of luck. If you're on commission basis or tips, oh my gosh, it's tough.
Pilo. Haven't heard from you in forever. Oop, I dropped my phone. Sorry.
That's
Yeah,
I like this.
I'm fortunate
Corona-free
that I'm
zone,
salary
you know?
now, and like I mean, I just became salary like a few weeks ago, so I'm pretty goddamn happy about that. But at the same time, I mean, they're still making us come into the office and all kinds of crap. I mean, I had to prep like 45 computers today to where people could take them home and work from home. So like some offices are allowing it, some departments are allowing it. Other departments are like, no, you need to be in the office. And what's funny about it is my company, the CEO came in. He sent an email to everybody saying you're all allowed to work from home. He came in the next day, so it's not my office. It's in Redwood City, California. He came into the office and walked through all the areas to see who actually showed up for work the next day after he told everybody they were allowed to work from home.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Sounds like that's something they do at my stupid job. But not that they would tell you to work from home. It seems like something they tell you where, all right, well, then we're going to be closed down and then expect you to be there. Or schedule you for a day off. And then when you don't come in on your day off, they're like, well, you're supposed to work that day. It's like, no, it says on the schedule I'm off. So
My company did that too. I had an employee that she put in a paid time off request for the end of May. And they told her, no, we're going to have to reevaluate when that time comes around, whether or not you can take that time off.
Oh,
That's weird.
It's like, shouldn't you prepare for time off?
AJCT.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, wait. The last tribe I oversaw, they our leave policies, we didn't have sick leave. We had what we called general leave. And you could accumulate up to 400 hours of general leave. And you
What's up, Ariel?
you could earn about 220 a year. But once you hit 400 hours, it's use them or lose them. And they were on demand. You pick the phone up and say, yo, I ain't coming in today. I'm using my general leave. Okay, folks. Yeah. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow when you come in. And it was because we felt the employees owned those hours. We didn't. They owned those hours, not us. So we always made sure that our staff were cross-trained properly, that people could take leave when they felt they needed to. And we'd have someone that fill their slot while they're gone. That ain't a big deal. Go. And we never had issues where, oh my gosh, work's not getting done because we got too many people on vacation. We never had that. Never had that issue. Because good management plans for that time. That
Sure.
You plan out your labor hours and who can do what in the worst case scenario. And then you let your employees decide when they're going to use that leave. They don't get to pick when they get sick, for crying out loud. They don't get to pick when they have a life's tragedy in their family or something. So I hate that when an employer says, we'll think about you taking that vacation time. We'll think about, what the hell? Think about it. I already earned it. I earned it from working for you all last year.
Right.
Now I want to use those hours and you're going to think about it? You don't got no think about it. There's no think about it.
Yeah. I already earned that.
Yeah, it's been earned. It's like I'm sorry. Touchy subject for me. My Social Security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time that word's ever been spoken on Phil's channel.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got no good words that go around Social Security. I had some guy just last month. He kind of got in my face and he says, "Oh, you're just another old leech on society, and the government's taking care of you." Holy shit! I told him, I said, that you keep talking to me, the county's going to be taking care of me. 3 hots and a cot, because I'm going to pound the living hell out of you. I said I worked 45 years to get that little tiny frickin' check every month.
Yeah.
And I said I paid in $250,000 and I get $900 a month. You fuck yourself. Don't get in my face. Talk about I'm leeching off of our society. I paid it in. I did not ask for something I didn't pay for. Oh, I hate that. People, anybody with that attitude, that Social Security, that old people on Social Security are just floaters. Oh, bullshit. Kiss my ass. Don't come to me with it.
What's up, Math Pig? Math Pig, what the hell? It's what? 3:30 in the morning. What's up, bro?
Is it really?
Yeah, Math Pig's in the UK.
Oh,
so
God.
He's part of that whack pack with Lucy Luxor and God the Good One and Nerdy Rodent. I call him the UK whack pack, but
that's funny.
Yeah, Math Pig had a weird looking dude on there, like the aggravated badger or something, some kind of animated dude. But it was like a badger with a cigar out of his mouth in front of like a fake fireplace. I went in there like, what the hell? Who the hell are you interviewing? I could not make out what it was. I mean, I literally had to be there for 10 minutes to figure out what the heck was going on. Bad-tempered badger. I'm sorry. Yeah, bad-tempered badger. is who he was interviewing. So, oh, that was. Oh. But I enjoyed the part of it that I did see. But then I had to get that. I did that just before I left from my meeting. So,
Phil, how's your family doing, man?
well, my family's doing fine. You know, the wife, the kids. You know, the kids are the kids. You know, they. You know, the one boy now he's off of school until April 5th. So he pretty much you know, goes to sleep around 3-4 o'clock in the morning when he gets on playing video games. Wakes up a little afternoon, starts playing video games again. You know.
Do you think they're going to send kids back to school? What do you think?
Do I think they're going to? I think that everything's going to have to be pretty clear before they send kids back to school because schools are like a freaking petri dish for everything. You know, so that's the last thing you want to do is you put a bunch of kids back in school and get this thing re-aggravated again, right?
Well, I mean, even the feds coming out with the 15-day, you know, this is our guidelines, our 15-day put a halt on the virus guidelines. Even they come right out and said the reason we're saying that is we don't know how good it's going to work. So we need 15 days to tell you whether it's going to be 15 more or it's going to be 15 months, right? They don't know. And the same way with the schools. The teachers here were told, be prepared to come back on April 6th, but don't count on it. Just don't count on it because they're going to do it in increments. They're not going to say we're going to close the school for 3 months. They're going to say we're going to do it, you know, a couple weeks at a time.
I mean, I'm assuming they're still paying the teachers. I haven't even looked into
Their
that.
salary, right?
Yeah.
That money's already set aside to pay those people.
Right.
But
Not like it's money that's earned or money that's you know, coming from the state.
Here in Wisconsin, these teachers are not paid while they're out on this.
Are you
They are
shitting me?
not. But and here's the worst part, they can't even get unemployment because under their teachers unions contract, they provide a full school year of teaching. And that means each day of that school year. And then their salary, they have the choice. They get it all based on a prorated hourly basis during the school year, or they get it on a salary basis for 12 months. They're not eligible for unemployment because they can take it on a salaried basis for 12 months.
And then get paid during the summer, yeah.
Right. And then they get paid during the summer. So what they have to do is they'll have to work those days to get paid for them. So they're arguing now, the state's trying to figure out how can we make an exception and give them unemployment during this period of time. That way, if the school says you're not going to make up these 2 or 3 weeks at the beginning of the summer, the teachers will still be paid for this time that they're missing. So in a sense, yes, they're getting cheated, you know.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
I guess it depends on the state though too. So
right,
and the union in that state and everything else. So
yeah,
and I can't tell you I'm an expert on what goes on here. I would assume if your salary here, but again, who knows?
Yeah,
I can see where
in Wisconsin, they take one snow day off. They a single snow day can add a day to the school year because the teachers don't get paid for that day unless they teach it. And so but they're under their union contract, they're only allowed to add so many days. Well, that's what's screwing these teachers up because I think they're only allowed to add up to 6 days annually to the school schedule under the current contract. So it's going to cause all kinds of dumb crap. No, just pay them damn teachers. I mean, pay them.
with the way things are ramping up, I don't see the kids going back to school this year. I think this whole year is going to be basically wiped out, and they're going to have to figure out. I mean, it's unprecedented stuff right here.
I think it's going to take them 2 to 3 weeks just to gear back up to bring them back. So I think Roman's right. I don't think logistically they're going to even bring the kids back to school.
How are you going to bring them in for final tests when they haven't been doing anything?
Well,
Right.
I'm kind of thinking like Lizzie is there. Lizzie Ann's saying because they gave them laptops to take home.
Yeah.
So I
You
can
know,
see
if
where
a
they do
school district-
online teaching.
If a school district has the researches, there are resources. There's lots of online availability for accredited curriculum for them to use. So
Mm-hmm.
they can tell these kids, hey, you can do this from home. You can do it online.
Excuse
And those
me.
that can't swing a laptop, we'll get you a laptop.
Right.
There's things they can do. I found out today. I follow all of the scuttlebutt on free places to camp all through the U.S. Because I want to move out on the road. I want to know where you can go camp for nothing. Out in the state parks, federal parks, blah blah blah. States are shutting down their state parks, shutting down all their campgrounds. There's most state parks are saying you can't even disperse camp. You can't. Where they've always allowed us to disperse camp, where there's no facilities. You're just out in the woods. They're cutting that out too. There's a lot of states that are saying no overnight camping within the state park at all. Period.
Really?
Yep.
They're closing state parks all over the place.
All over the place. Yeah. I was watching that list grow while I'm reading it. It was like a live interactive site I was on. And that list kept growing. I'm going, oh, dang it, another state. And then they were saying, well, the national park system is going to do the same. Well, they might. National parks might shut down their campgrounds. But they will not. I mean, we're talking hundreds of millions of acres of forest. The National Forest Service will not. That they won't shut down dispersed camping because they could never enforce it. I mean, so why even do it? I mean, they know they could never enforce no dispersed camping because it's too much land to watch. It would just not be worth it for them to even try to shut it down because Forest Service lands have state and federal highways and township highways running all through them. I mean, yeah, we're going to drive every mile of road to make sure nobody camps out in the bushes in a Forest Service forest. I mean, no, ain't going to happen.
I think camping, you're almost better off because you're out in the air. Things aren't as contained as they are, when you're indoors, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that's
Thank you,
keeping a
Michelle.
social distance. They're saying keep social distances. Camping is ideal. Even in a campground, the only issue in a campground is the public restrooms, those public facilities, public water access and restrooms. You go to a hand pump and some guy sneezed on it just before you got there. That kind of stuff could be an issue. But as far as keeping people apart, the campground's a good scenario.
Yay.
Michelle.
I'm not going to the campground.
No, I'm not going to campground.
I'd just go in the backyard if I want to go camping.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll go shit in a bucket or whatever. I'm good.
I do most of mine is dispersed camping, so yeah. Bears poop in the woods, so does I.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that a lot of the office people aren't taking this nearly serious enough, and I'm worried about that for some of the older people. I'm not worried about me or my family. We'll all be fine. We're all young people. I'm worried about older people picking this up. And look what's going on in Italy. They have the oldest population in the world. And look what's going on with all those people dying out there. I mean, that's all I'm concerned about. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
But whatever. Either way, I'm partying. This, hopefully I get to work from home a little bit more, so I get more time to do some of my heat challenges that I've been putting on the shelf for a while.
The nuts.
Oh, that twisted jerky, dude,
Yeah.
that destroyed me.
Yeah. We
That
watched-
shit. Oh,
Well, we noticed you never
Roman.
came
No.
back.
Yeah.
Hey,
He never came back.
Hey, Michelle.
Hi,
Michelle.
Michelle.
Hello. Hello.
Thank you, Michelle.
You can hear me, Ryan?
So
Yeah,
what did you do?
Oh,
What did
you're
you do after?
welcome.
What did you do after you left camera there, Roman?
I actually got a couple
happened?
good hours of sleep,
Oh.
and then I got a good couple hours of sleep, and then the cramps kicked in again, and I mean it was brutal. It was brutal for probably 5 or 6 hours after that. I finally just passed out, and then when I woke up and went to work the next day, I mean I was exhausted. I didn't get any sleep. It was really bad. But I never got the fire hose. I never got the ring of fire. The ring of fire didn't happen. I just had cramps, and then I was fine.
The ring of fire didn't happen?
No, ring of fire didn't even happen.
Wow. Because
I've
I've had that like the last 2-3 days in a row.
No.
TMI.
Nice.
Well, listen,
No,
since
I
I think
didn't
since
get the ring of
Saturday or
fire.
whatnot, I'm trying to come on here every night and kind of have like a dried pepper or two or a frozen reaper, just trying to do hot stuff to get myself ready for these tubes. So
Oh, I got a few reapers upstairs that are ripe on my plant. I should keep up with you. I'm not going to do it tonight because I haven't eaten today.
You didn't eat anything Friday.
Okay, I have a question for all my friends up on panel. I
Yeah.
have a question. Do you think this is going to keep playing out until the end of August? Because that's what I'm hearing from a lot of
Yeah.
people on YouTube. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
they're saying it could. So that I think they're trying to give a time frame. I know
Oh, come on. We can't be incubated.
Well, exactly what Roman is saying. What they're trying to do right now is prevent the hospitals from getting flooded with patients, because right now everything is going like this. More and more cases every single day. Hospitals, if this thing keep going the way it's going, the hospitals won't be able to handle all the people. So by taking people out of circulation, right, keeping people at home where they can't get sick or they're not infected, that hopefully is going to level this thing off. And as they let people back in the population, people are still going to get sick. But now you've only got so many people in the hospital. You don't have an overloaded hospital with not enough medication, not enough this, not enough that to help people. You're going to spread this out over a 3, 4, 5 month period, right? Instead of everything happening in 1 month. That's what they're trying. I believe, and I've heard it from other people. I believe that's what they're trying to do.
Do you think it's airborne by any chance? Because we feel like it's airborne.
Depends on how close to Phil you get.
What do you think?
You got to be by someone that's got it. I mean, you're not gonna walk into a room and it's in a room. It's coming from a person. It's airborne from person to person. That's why they're telling you to stay 6 feet away from people. People that
doesn't help. They said it's airborne for like 3 hours. So yeah, that doesn't help.
But it's not floating in the air. Get that right. That's not. They totally blew that apart yesterday. It's not floating in the air. Let's say you got 3 contaminated people in the room, and they didn't touch anything, but they sneezed and they walked out. You come back in that room, you don't want to touch the walls, you don't want to touch the floor, because it's the virus is carried through the molecules, the moisture that you expel. It's got to come from your fluids, and that's heavier than air. It's going to drop to the floor, or it's going to stick to something. It's not going to stay in the air.
Correct.
So they walk out of the room and you walk in, you're not going to catch it just because you breathe the air in the room, because the virus cannot fly. It has to be attached to a moisture molecule. And so that they really dispelled that yesterday at about 15 different spots I went to where all these CDC people and everybody are talking about how it's not that form of airborne. They said true airborne is where if somebody's just breathing in the room with you, you can catch it. They said you actually have to have those molecules, those moisture molecules, contact one of your glands, like your eyes, your mouth, your nose. They say it could even get in your ear canals. If they sneezed in the side of your head, you could get infected through an ear canal, because if you got a small lesion in the ear, you could pick it up there. Anywhere where there's a cut or scratch, lesion, and that's considered human-to-human contact. That's why they're saying stay 6 feet apart, so that so that the two of you can't reach out and touch each other.
Oh God! If only my penis were that long.
That's it. I mean,
I remember when I was a licensed pharmacy tech back in when did we get the swine flu, guys? When did we get this? When was the swine flu?
Couldn't
get
us.
2000 something.
Yeah, it was like 8 years back. 10 years back.
Yeah, that's when I was a licensed pharmacy tech. We had to get all these packages of the flu for the swine flu. I'm so lucky I didn't pick up anything back then, but I wasn't really terminally ill like me and my mom are now and disabled. But, back then, thank God I didn't catch the swine flu, because I had to deal with a lot of people that were infected with the swine flu.
Wheel Life just brought up a good question, and I had the same question about Russia too. Haven't heard anything about South America or Africa, and Russia finally now has a couple of cases. Just yesterday, they finally reported a couple of cases. But what about South America and Africa?
Are they too warm? Aren't they too warm?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. Is it because it's too warm?
See, I was hearing about a thing about heat, but then yet people on cruise ships were getting it. So I didn't understand the whole heat thing. Maybe it's because it's air conditioned inside the ship. I don't understand, because again, I was hearing the whole, anything over 80 degrees, it doesn't incubate and things like that. And
I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's blowing up in Africa right now. It's blowing up in Africa right now.
Is it?
And they don't have enough public education out there to get people smart enough to quarantine themselves. And Africa is always the last on all these. If you look at MERS, you look at SARS, Africa's always the last one affected. And I'm always blows up huge.
And I'm always concerned about the late reporting on Africa. I mean, the CDC just about lives in Africa and South America. Those are key. I mean, anything near the equator, the CDC's got research staff living there, because that's where a lot of exotic bugs develop, is near the equator. So this whole temperature thing, I don't know about. I did never seen the good solid info on it. Either. But with Africa, I always wonder, and same with South America, is the data being suppressed? Are they not telling us? I mean, because we're trying to help some of those countries out the way it is. And if they're over there getting wiped out by things, I mean, look at Ebola. Look at Ebola.
How many people in Rwanda have TV or internet?
Exactly. But I'll tell you what, there's nobody in Nigeria that doesn't own at least 2 cell phones. Right. And that's from my Nigerian ex-son-in-law, right from his mouth. Nobody in our country got less than 2 cell phones.
I only have one.
That's horrible, Keely.
I wish I'd.
I know, Keely. Some of my best friends are restaurant owners and bar owners in the local areas, and they're my best friends, and they're screwed. I mean, what are they going to do? You know, so
Small
all I
business.
can
Oh
do.
yeah, me and my best friend Danny last night before 8 o'clock in New Jersey, we went to Julian's because I really love that restaurant. So we stayed inside. We talked to the waitress and everything, and she's basically in trouble. I mean, not the Julian's restaurant because I messed up. And my friend Danny, he works at a deli and a pizza place. Thank God he doesn't have any cutback hours or anything. They're like on the side or whatever, and they're doing what they're doing. But like, we felt so bad for the waitress, and since Danny is in the food business, he gave her a $30 tip, and he doesn't do that, and the bill was like not even $50, $60, if that.
These are paycheck to
So he
paycheck
gave her like
people.
$30
They are.
on the waitress. Just
Yeah.
depends on the tip. Not,
Yeah,
they don't get money.
An attorney friend of mine this morning, I was having a cup of coffee with him, and he said that his firm, that they've got attorneys that handle nothing but financial crisis type stuff and bankruptcies. And he said, we're getting flooded by small businesses in town coming to us trying to prepare for the event that they'll have to file. Because they said if we stay shut down more than just a couple of weeks, they said we cannot go 30 or 45 days without business. We'll go bankrupt because of their investments in capital property, inventory. It's like the one guy said he's got a little mom and pop restaurant here. He shut it down. He shut it down because business was so slow. He shut it down. Now he's trying to find people to buy all of his inventory, his food inventory. He says, you try to sell 400 pounds of hamburger when you're not a grocery store. He says it's not that easy to find people to buy all of your food inventory for your restaurant for it to run for a week. He said, and he said 1 week's inventory for his restaurant runs about $15,000. So he's got $15,000 worth of food sitting there without a customer. I mean, yeah, his business is going to end up bankrupting. So yeah, it's a huge. I tell you what's happening to our society is worse than the virus. I mean, it goes so far beyond the virus.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of collateral damage because of the virus. A lot of collateral damage.
Yeah, you just never know when something like this is going to happen. I mean, that's what they talk about. Even an individual's health. Forget this whole thing that's affecting all of us.
Right.
But that's why you almost got to, try to put away money whenever you can, because again, you never know when you're going to get hurt or injured and can't work, and you might be a primary breadwinner for your family, and you got to be out of work for 2, 3, 4 weeks.
Right.
And so many of us have such a hard time, putting a couple extra bucks away. I know we have a hard time saving. We, sometimes we're saving, sometimes we're not. But
I got to come back in and out. I can't hear any of you. I don't know what happened. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything's spicy. Put money over.
Yeah, wheel life. I agree. Couple extra bucks, he said.
Well, that's my job. My job has good months. My job has bad months. So on the good months, you definitely got to put the money away because you're going to have those bad months, and everything's got to. At the end of the year, you look at your income. It's like, I made good money. Why did I struggle? Well, some months you didn't struggle. Some months you did. And yeah, you got to try to do it when you. Of course, I got money that always goes into 401k and different things like that. But that you can't be touching that stuff. That big penalty to pull that crap out.
It's nice if you can have a small cash reserve at least, for the worst case scenarios.
All right. Can you hear us now, Michelle?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. You guys are sweet. Thank you. Yeah, just like totally muted out. I'm like, what?
I got you, girl. That sucks.
Yeah, hunt for heat.
know.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why?
Oh yeah, Keely, I got an issue too. I got meds I have to take. I got to take beta blockers, and I got meds for my diabetes and blah blah blah. But I was supposed to see a doctor this month in order
To get your
supposed to see
refills?
him at the end of the month, in order to get all my meds renewed because they're all the same date, right? To
Yeah.
get them renewed for one more year. Without seeing the doctor, my pharmacist can't. Most of my meds, he can't legally let me have them. He can't refill them till the doctor re-prescribes all of them.
They can give you maybe a few, but
I got a
not the
hold
full
of my
script.
doctor. Well, yeah, this thing
Well,
isn't
under
going to
normal
be over in a
circumstances.
month. So I got a
Say
hold of my
normal
doctor, and she said, "Well, yeah, your appointment's been canceled." I said, "Well, what about my meds?" And she said, "Well, all of them except one, I can re-prescribe for you for a year." She says, "I'll just do a phone interview with you." And then she said, one of them requires a blood test. And she said, "I don't want you coming in here for a blood test." So she said, "I'm not the only doctor in the world that's going to do this." She said, "I'm just going to use the results of your last blood test to justify my renewing your med. And I'll just renew that one for a year." She said, "And we'll do everything online. We're going to talk online, or you're not coming into." She said, "I don't want you sitting out in that waiting room with people that are potentially sick." She said, "Hey, yeah, don't do it." And
that's sweet.
and I was glad to hear that she was willing to do that. But then I thought of the old clinic I used to go to. They're so damn busy. I mean, each doctor's got to see a minimum 25 patients a day, blah, blah, blah. They don't have time to mess with you. You come in, get your appointment. We'll do your blood work and send you home, and then you'll get your meds. So, because it's not as personable, you know. My heart goes out to anybody on meds. They're going to have to see a doctor.
I'm on all illness medications, a whole list of illness medications, psychiatry, medicine, and then I have my pain med. And so I got to see my pain doctor. I got to do a pulmonary function test because they think I have lung cancer. So I got to get the pulmonary function test
I got to
done.
think for all of this stuff, you know, there's rules that they follow during normal situations. I've got to think that, you know, people can be, that doctors and pharmacies and people have got to be smart enough to realize that these people aren't on something that's a temporary, but something that's a maintenance. Yeah. And at the end of the day, doctors are going to work with patients and everything else to make sure people get the medications that they want.
Yeah.
No one wants a liability. You know, they want you to come in and visit the doctor so you can get paid. But at the end of the day, they don't want you coming in and visiting them now because they don't want you to get sick and they don't want to get sick.
Yeah. I won't tell you who my pharmacist is, but he said any non-narcotic, he said if your doctor can't see you and she can't re-prescribe, you'll get your meds every month. He said, and what I'm going to have to do is write them off as damaged or destroyed on site. He said, and I'll have to take the loss for it. Because he said, I can't bill your insurance company because legally I'm not supposed to give them to you. He said, but I'm not going to let you go without your meds. Now, that's a good pharmacist. I mean, I'm going to pay him. I told him,
I got a good pharmacist.
I said, let me know what your at costs are, and I'll pay the at costs. You know.
Yeah, but legally, okay. So everything changes though when you have a pandemic, right? I mean, it can't be.
But you can't change a law just because you want to. These are laws. These are federal. Most of these are federal laws. A pharmacist can lose his whole livelihood by breaking them.
His or her,
So he's not going to say, "Oh, the governor said you don't have to follow the law." Bullshit. He's going to say. He's going to say, "Let the legislature that created the law rescind the law, then I'll break it." Because that's just like if they said, "Well, murder's okay now."
Well, they can give you.
I ain't gonna run out and start killing people. I want to see that sign by Trump.
They can give you
enough. You can go rob stores.
They can give you enough opioids to kill you.
Yeah, right.
They're more than welcome to give you enough opioids to kill you.
Oh no, don't say that. Oh my God.
I knew
No,
a
you're
woman
a
that was
woman.
getting
Wait,
400 oxycodone a
wait.
month.
Really?
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, and it was just
Good.
perpetual, and it was allowed. I mean, I
Was
don't
she in
know.
pain?
Well, yeah, she was in pain, but she had other
Not
opioids she was
that
taking
much
as
pain.
well.
Oh
No,
boy.
nobody could be in that much pain. That's enough
Right?
to keep you asleep
No.
for the entire month. It's ridiculous.
I have the
So
neck, the skull, the
no,
back, the
no.
knees.
So I understand there's laws around that. I don't think they're monitoring it as much as you think they're monitoring it.
Well, I do.
Yeah.
I've seen them, and we've had them in our news here. Pharmacists and doctors that have been charged and shut down. And in some cases, they weren't the pharmacists that were pounding out 400 oxycodone to the same patient. They were pharmacists that were not following the med rules in filling prescriptions. They were allowing people to fill non-narcotic prescriptions without a doctor's prescription, and they've been charged.
Right.
So the thing is it's just like flying in a plane. Will yours be the next one that crashes? Probably not. But it's a bitch when it is the one that you're on, and it's just like with these pharmacists. They're going to say, well, the rules are there, and if I always follow them, I can sleep every night. The minute I stop following them, now what if I'm that one pharmacy that crashes? That sure enough. Yeah,
What's up, Killer
I
Creations?
think at the end of the day, it's all going to come down to, like with pharmaceuticals, your doctor's going to start doing like mine is with me. They're going to say we're doing it all online with you, unless it's life-threatening procedures that are needed, where you have to come in and go through a lot of tests to continue on a high-risk drug. Otherwise, you can go see Dr. Phil up in the corner. Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil.
She's not looking for.
Yeah, that's the best doctor. Dr. Phil. I love it. Help me, Dr. Phil. Help me.
And that looks like so
Just never know, do you? Just don't turn your back
Yeah,
on
I
me.
have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes. It goes on and on. Oh my illness crap. And then I have 2 inhalers I have to be on for the emphysema and whatever else is underlying illnesses. My immune system shot. My mom went through breast cancer. She's a survivor of cancer medication that she has to take every day. I mean, between me and my mom, we're shot. We are both shot. My dad is like the only one that's healthy. He was a detective captain of police and all that. So that's probably why the pharmacist works with us. But other than that, it's like, oh God, really?
I'm sorry.
Keely, that's what I want.
I'm sorry
really
you're
want
sick.
to do.
But are you sure that's your dad?
I'm in so much hell. I'm in so much pain and everything. It's just between me and my mom. Between me and my mom, we're like, oh, yeah. Me and my mom, yeah. Unfortunately, my dad is the only one healthy, and he's 73. My mom's 70. I'm 49. So,
I like
whatever.
Keely's idea.
There's-
Houseboat.
What?
Retire on one. I would love to retire on a houseboat. I missed the chance. I almost bought a 50-footer. I almost bought a 50-footer. Yeah.
Aww. Whose bear was that? I love that bear.
You like the bear?
Whose bear was that?
Carolyn's bear.
Oh, I love that. Oh,
That's
hey, little bear.
Carolyn's putting that up there.
It's dry.
Oh, he's cute. He's
This is
cute.
mine.
Nice
Oh,
cut.
you shouldn't be showing that.
Yeah, but they probably wake you up so early in the morning, huh?
Oh,
Ouch. I love it. I love it. Good one. I love it.
hey, they
Oops.
outlawed it. They outlawed
Like,
cockfights.
so,
Phil.
I didn't
You gotta
know
have
that.
more than one to have a fight.
Cockfights are illegal, Phil.
Gotta have more than one. I don't have more than one.
Did you show
What's
two?
up, B Whistle?
aw.
You should have the behind part too, looking at front and back.
YouTube is so busy, it's slow and lagging. It is it? It doesn't seem to be here. StreamYard's doing good.
It's definitely not like.
You shocked Mike, Phil. Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it, Keely?
Yeah, you got some sick dreams. I know.
So what is it? What is it, Phil? Next Saturday you're doing the challenge?
I don't know. I was actually thinking maybe tomorrow. I don't know. You know, I've had my stomach's been queasy here and there. I don't know if it's just nerves or whatnot's going on with me lately. I want to do it Saturday.
Because of stress.
I don't know what's going on with me. I didn't do it this last Saturday just because I didn't, I wasn't feeling up to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
When you do two here, one, you better feel up to it. And two, you better be prepared for some freaking cramps because you're going to be hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the worst thing you can do to your
I
body.
think it's stress.
Yes.
Stress can do
Yes.
it. My stomach is messed up from stress. I have a weird GI illness. I think it came from a lot of stress. The up, you know. That's how I got my, well, I'm not wishing that on anyone, but that's how I got my weird GI illness.
Well, you know what, guys?
Don't worry
It
about that.
is after midnight. I know we got 22 people in here, but, I know everybody's got to get some sleep at some point, right?
Yeah, I know.
So
No, you're right.
Yeah, some more going. I'm gonna look.
I don't have anybody specific at the moment.
Hey, Dunk.
Let's see who out there might. Rolling Homestead is live. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Rolling Homestead raid.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to do the tube of terror with you, dude. I don't care when you do it.
Can you eat some?
Well, then I'll have to wait. Definitely would have to wait for the weekend then.
I'm going to get a double cheeseburger or something. I got to do something.
Yeah, please.
But I'll do it with you. So whenever you decide, man, let me know, please. If you would.
I'll give you a couple days heads up or whatever. So.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys. In the link, you'll see I didn't put on there Rolling Homestead. It just comes from me. So, doing everything spicy raid on Rolling Homestead. Crazy Ann, Killdeer, Michelle, Roman, Sty, everybody in the chat, guys. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you coming in, hanging out.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Love you. God bless
Keep it spicy.
you. God bless.
Keep it spicy.
You got it. Keep it spicy.